Now, if you want to give someone a gift that can and will last a lifetime, there's an organization here in the Ozarks you really need to know about. And with us today is Rural Chapel with Play It Forward. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, brother.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
So good to see
Well,
you.
you've
It's
been around forever. For folks who don't know, well, as far as
That was
my
a
being in
compliment.
the
It really
Ozarks,
was.
yeah, you've been here forever.
Yeah.
Okay, for folks who may not know, tell them what this is about.
Okay. I'm going to kind of go back because it's a neat story. Rick Snelson, who founded things like Springfield's Best, he's our owner of Car-Fi and other businesses. He came to me. The guy, he just loves to put together things that are good for the community. And he's done this before. And so anyway, he was talking to someone in St. Louis. And her name was Samantha. And they had Play It Forward St. Louis like for a decade.
Yeah.
And he came in contact with her and he called me up and he said, Rule, you know, because the Dares at that time were kind of not playing a lot.
Yeah.
And it was before the 2 new albums, before we started playing a lot more. And I was kind of just content to play singles and work in my studio and do, you know, and he said, you ought to do this, you know, this fits you. And, you know, it did. I thought, I don't know, you know, I've done that kind of work my whole life. I don't know if I want to do, but once I got involved with it, it was great.
So this hooks up young people with instruments and music
Right.
when they otherwise probably would not be able to do that.
Right. We have been in Southwest Missouri, and last year we gave instruments, 20 some odd instruments, $30,000 worth of instruments.
Wow.
To Springfield Public Schools. This year we are servicing surrounding schools. It's taken me a lot longer because you got to go to each and every one.
Yeah.
You know, but we just gave 2 trombones, 2 trumpets, 2 clarinets, and something else to Clever.
Yeah.
And we've got stuff going to Fordland, stuff going, you know, all around our.
And there's no strings attached. I mean, you're taking these. Are there any special type of instruments that you look for? I mean, it seems like you're varied with cornets and things like that going on.
The ones we locate most are band and orchestra.
Okay.
And because that's where we want kids to be impacted by music in school. And so we serve a lot of those. We also serve a lot of kids that just want to grow up and play the guitar.
Sure.
Or play the banjo. Or, you know, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
And so I've delivered them to boys' ranches. I've delivered them to the juvenile place downtown by the courthouse. I've taken guitars and stuff. We've served homeless kids. We've served, I mean, you know, we actually take an instrument and give a child with a horrible instrument or no instrument the opportunity to learn.
To learn and make music. So if you want to donate an instrument or if you want to get your hands on one,
Or
where
give
do
some
you go?
cash to the organization.
Which is, of course.
Let me briefly say that what we're trying to do this next year, I want to focus on cash donations more than instrument. I
Gotcha.
don't want the instruments to stop.
Right.
But
I see.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, the thing is, we can happens to us a lot is we'll get, say, a really old wooden clarinet that's worth a lot of money, but it needs $400 worth of work.
Yeah.
And or it's got a crack. So then it becomes easier just to buy a good student instrument.
Yeah.
And we can do that for, you know, $200-300.
Okay.
All right.
So-
Where do people need to go to get involved?
Okay, we have our standalone website is www.playitforwardswmo.org.
Okay, and you also have a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook page.
So
and you
look
can-
for Play It Forward Southwest Missouri, I believe, on
Yep.
SWMO. Anyway, we've got to wrap it up, but Rural Chapel, thank you. Please come on again soon.
I'd love to. And may I tell my Jill Chapel, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, Jill.